long run today. Got my crew captain here. He's gonna be hanging out in this picnic area in the shade while I go run. And we're in Rabbit Valley. It's a beautiful day. Started out nice and cool. It's getting warmer, so I'm gonna go start. Woo. So it took me a little bit. I had to run through the wash, but I finally found the trail. The Joux Flas Trail. Might be saying that wrong. It doesn't seem like it gets used very much. That's okay. It's so beautiful here. Look at that. Wow. So the trail feels like not many people use it. It's more like an animal trail, but I do every once in a while see a cairn, which tells me I'm on the right way, especially when traveling on rock. So there's a cairn there. Oh, look, there's a rabbit. Rabbit Valley. So a little more route finding, but I use Caltopo and that's really helpful. It's just sometimes it's a little outdated. So I think they use maps from a couple decades ago. At least they used to. But it's been beautiful. It's not too hot yet. And I've seen all these different tracks from animals. Bunnies, small critters, chipmunks. I think I saw a cat paw, not 100% sure. And then some horse tracks, because this is a foot and horse traffic trail. And yeah, about a mile and a half in. It's wonderful. All right, look how cool this tree is. And look at this view. Ah, so beautiful. All right, keep going. There's Bruce. Right over there. Alright, so I'm going to be staying along this rock wall for a little bit, and wow, it is gorgeous. So pretty. Colorado's down there. Oh, cool. I didn't realize, I guess I kind of realized, but I guess it didn't click that I'd be up on a ridge, ledge, where the Colorado would be just in that little, down in there. Well, yeah, so hopefully I'll get close enough to see it. I saw it a little bit ago. This is wild. Gorgeous Colorado River. I don't really know what it's like, but oh, you can see some rafters down there. Oh, how fun! Ah, that was so cool. Okay, so I should get back to running, but nice to have a little break. See the Colorado. Are you kidding me? Like, That's insanity. Oh, you can't see it right there. But oh, so beautiful. Haven't seen another soul except for those rafters. And it's just been really enjoyable so far. There's the Colorado. So we keep going. All right. So I'm almost 5 miles. And I'm peering across where the river is at this just beautiful landscape that I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get over there and do a run out there. It's so cool watching the river, and there's like a bunch of rafters, which is really cool. And that's just been slow going for sure, but gosh, so enjoyable. I'm glad I'm doing a loop so I get to see Bruce in a couple miles and say hi. I think I just might do this loop again, but the opposite way. So I get like a little bit of a new perspective. But now that I've done the route finding, I should be able to follow my footprints. I mean, a lot of it is very followable trail. With some of the washes and stuff where I had to stop and be like, am I going the right way? And I'm like, oh no, the trail's supposed to be right there. You know, that kind of stuff. But, you know, going the opposite way will be a lot of fun too. And, okay, so now I'm just beginning the descent down into McDonald Creek, where I'll meet up eventually with McDonald Creek Trail. Take that, I think maybe out to the river. Should be cool, but that's a lot of elevation loss. Which means I gotta climb back out of it. Which is good, great training. I can go as slow as I need to, no problem. All the bugs. Wow, golly. So pretty. Oh, that's a fun bird. Oh, maybe I hope it's not mad at me. All right, I'm gonna keep moving. But look, rafters. Paddleboarder. So cool. This just skittered away from me running by it, but look, it's the collared lizard. It's so pretty and bright. Hi, buddy. So cool. Okay. We're running through washes, and you see some campers up there. So I think I'm getting close to the creek trail. So I'm just running along this shelf now. Look how cool that rock is. It's got a little ear. I don't think I'm gonna need to do the creek trail to get my halfway mark at the end of the loop, because I think I'm at almost 6.5 right now. I have probably about a mile to where we're parked. So maybe it'll be a good cool down walk if Bruce is interested. But okay, it looks like a nice trail down there. Looks beautiful. But you know, what goes down must come up, which I'm learning right now. But I can't decide if I'm gonna do the loop the reverse way, because I did have quite a bit of sand on the descent, and going up that is good training. Oh God, listen to me. I guess I will. This is good training. I can go as slow as I want. Oh, all right, good talk. All right, so now we're descending down into the creek, because I forgot the end of this drops down into a creek bed. I don't think there's any water in it, as we saw earlier, but it's a nice little descent that I will get to climb on the second loop. Okay. All right, very nice. Excited to get to the bottom. This looks really nice when I peered in earlier, and I'm excited to eat my little seaweed rice wrap when I get back to Bruce. A little halfway snack point. All right. I'm actually surprised with all this filming I haven't fallen yet, because that is not unusual for me to catch my toe, and sometimes I can catch myself, sometimes I can go down, and it's fine, I'll get back up. Okay. so I accidentally started following this way, which takes you down that wash. We actually want to go down that way. So I don't want to follow these ones. I want to go this way. How cool is that? It's so deep in there. So cool. I don't want to get too far in. Oh, there's water in there. Yeah. Very neat. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side. See if we can't get a nice look from this way. Ooh. Now we're just in the wash, and it's a little more shaded. Pretty nice though. And yeah, it should be coming out soon. Very pretty. Ooh, a big old rock up there. That's for Bruce's part. So, get a snack, some more water, and we'll decide what I'm gonna do. So I came up on this nice little aid station. Been listening to some nice music. I had my seaweed rice wrap, some tart cherry watered down juice, and I'm gonna do the loop back the way I came. Bruce, how have you been doing?
Good.
A man of few words. All right. Well, back out there I go. Okay, so I'm back in the wash and just making the same loop backwards. And so far so good. So almost back to that big drop off again, which is how I know I need to start heading up, because well, I don't want to jump off that, that's for sure. But here's that cool little, maybe the sun's in it more, sort of. Oh, there you go. There's water at the bottom down there. Kind of see now. Very cool. And now we go up. Here we go. We're up and out of that wash. And here we go. Back to the ledge. Almost to 10 miles. How pretty that is. And slow going. I'm headed into the sun now, so a little warmer, but there's this great breeze that is coming over the ledges here, and that is fantastic. It feels so good, but it's not too strong, or it feels like it's making it harder to run. That's just harder on its own. But this has been so nice. And I'm almost 2/3 of the way. Feeling good. I just caught a glimpse of the Colorado River. And oh my God. Oh, I almost just went down that creek wash to the river because it's hot. It's beautiful. But gosh, that water would feel so good. Probably be very swift though. But I'm just running down this wash right now, and I feel very dry, very hot, very little shade. But I got my hat, it's helping a lot, and my sleeves and all that. So we're doing good. I got water. I'm trying to drink more of it. So I don't think I drank as much as I could have on the first half. All right, my arm's getting tired from holding this up. If I went down there, you think they'd let me on their raft? Just for a little bit. Oh, I bet it feels so good in the water. Just letting your feet drag in there. Oh, oh yeah, look at those paddleboarders. So cool. Okay, alas, I will head back to my very loose dirt sand. Although the slick rock has been nice because it's very grippy, but mostly it's been very loose sand. Not very loose. It's been loose sand with one part of very loose sand, and then a little bit of less loose, more hard packed. I feel like a wimp because that's the sand hill. It doesn't even look like that big of a hill, but I just feel like it's gonna be challenging, but really good. My calves are tired. My feet are pretty tired. But it's just like so loose. Let's see. So every step you get pulled back, and you know what it's like to run on sand, I'm sure. Whew. Okay, here it is. All right, short steps. Here we go. So the good news about this all being uphill right now is I'm getting it out of the way, and then hopefully the back half of this second half, so the last quarter, is just gonna be really smooth, sort of downhill. I tried running the sand for a little bit, and I was like, what am I doing? Just walk it. And now just walking up the rest of this, we're coming back up from, not quite river level, but we were pretty close to it down there. So, we're coming back up from that. I'm almost to that ledge / shelf. I can run pretty soon here, and we'll keep on trucking, and it feels really good to be running on tired legs because it helps me work on picking up my feet and not tripping. Had a close call a little bit ago on a rock. I was able to catch myself because I wasn't going that fast and was on more flat ground, which is good. But yeah, definitely a good practice for me. And it's hard when you're going so far. You don't want to pick up your feet so much, waste energy, but you also got to pick them up so you don't trip. But yeah, okay, I'm almost to the top here. I'm gonna start running again. Take some water before I do that. All right. Okay. So I just ate my lower bar. Hoping that gives me a little more energy. That mile was hard. It was a difficult mile, but I walked a good amount, and I'm okay with that. And eating the lower bar, drinking a little more water than I maybe should have, because I feel like I don't have that much left. Tough to beat that view. We're almost to our little rock buddies that we get to run alone again. Look at those layers. So cool. How lucky am I to be out here? So cool. Alright. Coming back down. And what a view. What a view. Making these last few miles a little easier. But, oh, incredible. Breeze again. It's so wonderful. Almost at 12 and a half miles. Just a couple more. It'll be really nice. Okay, we're just over 13 and see where we're headed again. We're versus by that rock right there. So we have 2 miles-ish to get there, and it's a little bit windy, if you remember from the beginning, but should be fairly downhill, which I'm looking forward to. All right, just hit mile 14, so we have a little over a mile left, and that feels really good. Whew. Just getting back to the trailhead, just over 15 miles, and head back to the car and drink a lot of fluid.